Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to the 9 p.m. live English news edition. The top stories. A signing ceremony for a partnership agreement. The international news 27 to meet Monday for fourth days concerning the European Summit negotiations. Hello, welcome to our newsroom for having the news in details. The Minister of Interior, His Excellency Mr. Mumin Ahmed Sheikh, received in his cabinet a farewell visit from the representative of the World Food Programme (WFP) in Djibouti, Mrs. Muntinta Shimuka. During this meeting, the Minister of the Interior paid tribute to the work carried out by the representative during her stay in the Republic of Djibouti. The minister thanked the representative for all the assistance her institution provides to the most vulnerable and to the various refugees hosted by our country. Health. Now, the Minister of Health, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Warsa Madiri, paid a surprise visit to the maternity hospital of Dar al-Hanan. This visit is part of the series of visits that he undertook at the level of different hospital structures in the country to assess the quality of care and ensure the effective presence of staff, but also the reception and care of patients. The minister was accompanied on this visit by his department managers and close collaborators. After the visit, the Minister of Health said he was satisfied with the work of the medical staff of the maternity ward. The Minister of Health, His Excellency Mr. Mohammed Warasama, declared during this visit that the government and first of all the President of the Republic committed himself to find all the solutions to improve the care of the maternity of reference Dar Halan, and his department took all measures to continue the decongest this maternity with the polyclinic, which were reinforced in material and human means. It should be recalled that the main mission of this maternity hospital is to serve as a reference framework to provide gynecological, obstetrical, neonatal and postnatal services, as well as family planning activities, and to ensure fetal maternal protections. A ceremony to sign a partnership agreement between the Djibouti Social Development ADDS agency and the UNHCR took place yesterday at the ADDS premises. The purpose of this partnership is to initiate a major component of support to the entrepreneurship of refugees from Ali Ade, facilitating access of refugees to entrepreneurship training programs and the development of their employability are key elements in ensuring that Ali Ade refugees have the opportunity to be self-reliant through inter-ally entrepreneurship support. ADDS has implemented this project with funding from UNHCR for the employability of refugees to support their socio-economic inclusion through entrepreneurship. The project is part of the Refugee Protection and Assistance Framework to encourage the economic development of refugee populations. This partnership agreement saw the participation of the Honorable Member, Mr. Abdurrahman Awala Yassin, the Director of the ADDS, Mr. Mahdi Mohammed, and the UNHCR representative in Djibouti, Mr. Yohandamukul Sakor. In his speech on this occasion, Director General of the National Agency of Community Development, Mr. Mahdi Mohammed, stressed that the launching of this program is part of the effort to support and encourage refugees. Let's listen to him.
Que le HCR a donc à mobiliser des financements.
This morning, we are very happy to start the training. The batting supervisor has a training course which ended with a batting supervisor functional training certificate and which will last 6 months of intense training. This training meets an objective of the ministry. It is to offer vocational training that will lead to professional integration. This training has a huge outlet because today in the field, at the level of the beaches, but at the level of the swimming pools, these professions did not exist, and therefore today we hope that we will meet these needs for hiring young people, and this training would like to meet this objective.
As part of the professional integration policy, the Ministry of National Education and Vocational Training launched yesterday's How to Day Training course for pool supervisors and take advantage of this training, which is the first of its kind. About 30 people and girls, boys and girls selected through a practical and theoretical examination. The launching ceremony was presided over by the Secretary General for the Ministry of Education in presence of senior officials of the ministry and the representative of the mayor of the city. In addition to the Directorate of Civil Protection and other guests, the trainees highlighted the different aspects of their future profession of observation, warning, rescue, and first aid. This presentation focused on one of their most important tasks, namely prevention and raising awareness among users and parents of Siesta Beach of the risk associated with drowning. It should be noted that this practical training at sea complement an 8-month industrial and commercial secondary school theory course. In his speech, the General Secretary of the Ministry of National and Vocational Training, Mr. Mohamed Abdullah Mahyoub, stressed that the objective of this project, let's listen to him.
Nous sommes très heureux de lancer la formation des surveillants de baignade.
The UNHCR has therefore mobilized funding to increase the empowerment of these communities there, and we are extremely pleased. It should be noted that this empowerment project has been worked on a length by ONARS. Really, we thank very much the director, who is not here, but who is represented by his Djibouti and by UNHCR. The DDS is working on this zone under the aegis of the UN with the UNHCR, and we will continue to ensure the empowerment of these women. This is a first project, and therefore 77 million Djibouti francs will be for the empowerment of communities.
As part of the commemoration of the 3rd anniversary of the creation of the GGO, ensure that citizens get adequate housing. In cooperation with the Ministry of Women and Family, the National Union of Djibouti Women, through the Foundation's administration, organized the first of the Kermis Games for children with special needs. On this occasion, artistic portraits were presented to illustrate the effort of the President of the Republic, Mr. Ismail Umar Gele, and the First Lady, President